All right, let's compare the Garmin inReach Messenger to the Spot Gen 4. What do you think? Who's going to win this battle today? I've got my opinions. You do too. All right, well, let's see what I've got to say about these after testing them for the past year. All right, these are both really small devices. The Messenger is slightly smaller. They're around the same thickness, but you can see here the Spot Gen 4 is a little bit taller and it's slightly wider. All right, that's the size difference. It's not a big deal. I think this feels a little bit heavier, but it also has a carabiner on it, so that could be part of it. But they're about the same size, so I wouldn't choose between these based on size. Well, let's get into the specifics of why one versus the other. I'm just going to tell you right up front. The Gen 4 is a one-way satellite communicator. You can only send a certain amount, or a very few messages out, and you cannot receive anything. They're just going to get information from you. And of course, you hit the SOS button, and then you can not two-way message. You can send out some preset messages. The other thing about the Spot Gen 4, and it's just like the Spot X, does not have pole-to-pole coverage, worldwide or pole-to-pole, however you want to say it. It has spots in coverage, and there's a coverage map I'll show you on screen, and you can see where you would have trouble. So I would say if you have a Spot X or a Spot Gen 4, make sure you know where you're going if you're taking this and if you're going to have reception or service. So there's another thing the Spot Gen 4 does not do. It will not give you weather, and you cannot yourself track. I said that a little bit backwards, but it doesn't matter. Other people can see where you're at when you start tracking. Then people who you have shared your location with can see where you're at. I have an example of that on the screen, but it gives good information. It's just not to you. Now, if you had your cell service and you were one of the people you shared your service with, then you could see it on your smartphone if you had cell service, but you can't sync the Gen 4 with your smartphone, so that doesn't help. But again, as a separate unit, your smartphone could show where you were, but you'd have to have cell service. And if you have cell service, then why do you need this? All right, so let's talk about the inReach Messenger real fast. This one does have a display on screen where the Spot does not. And on this device, you can SOS two-way message, and you can get weather, you can start tracking, and then you can track back. And you can two-way message on this device without being synced with your smartphone. You can sync with your smartphone, and then it's more convenient to type on your phone a message than using this. But on a long trip, you don't want to be dependent on your smartphone's battery life. So you can see right now that the price is less for the Spot Gen 4. However, being that it's a one-way satellite communicator, I would then point you to this one. Yes, you may pay about twice as much, but you can two-way message, and then you can get weather and track back. So it's obvious, hands down, save up another $100 or $150, get the inReach Messenger. But there is a reason to get something like the Spot Gen 4. One is if you have multiple people in your party or their family and friends and you want to provide something for them, then it's cheaper to give everybody a Spot Gen 4, or if you rented it out maybe. But the Spot Gen 4 was perfect for me. Now, I got the Spot Gen 3 because it was 5 years ago, and I wanted something inexpensive that I could put in my pack, that I could contact SOS. And yes, I knew it was only one-way communication, but that was okay. When I can preset some of these messages and I can select SOS or those messages, because one of them I say it's a check-in, everything's okay. The other two I can set and I can say it's serious, I need help, whatever it might be. Actually, I think one of them is I'm fine, I'm going to be late. But you can do a few things with this. And again, if you want to save money or you don't have a lot of money and you want something, this is a great device. But if you can save up a little bit, I'm just going to say hands down, go with the Garmin inReach Messenger. All right, that's all there is to it today. If you want to know more, please leave a comment below. Ask questions. I try to get back all the time within 24 hours. I miss that once in a while, but check them out. There's information I've got on playlists on both of these. They'll be in the description below. So thanks for joining me out here on Outdoor Emergency Tech here in Colorado, and I'll see you back here in the next video.